Hello, welcome to this particular course, and in this section, and this is the first section, we will cover how you can access the platform and basic terminologies about Google Cloud Platform. So this section is all about setting up the cloud environment for you to get started. And in this section, we will cover projects, predefined identity rules, linking users to G Suite identities, enabling APIs within the projects, Stack driver, setting a billing account, linking it to the project. You can set budget alerts and bill exports. So we will go through each and every aspect, and this is as per the syllabus. The projects. You can track resources and quota usage against a project. You can enable billing, you can manage permissions, credentials, and you can enable services and APIs to the project. And we saw this already as project is a container for your GCP resources. So whatever you do on your console, you create launch services, you create launch any backend applications. It is the usage is getting recorded against a project. So billing is enabled for a project, and you have billing account associated to the project. Project has three identities attributes. Name, at the time of project creation, you can either change your user defined name, or you can have it auto generated. You have a project number and project ID, which you can't change. If you go and look at the console, so here I'm in the console. I have created GCP train CE. This is a project. This project has got a project name, which is GCP train CE, project ID GCP train CE, and project number. So this project number, you can't change it throughout its life cycle. You can go ahead and create another project if you want, and you need the project name as well as the organization. I don't have it now because that is a part of G Suite. I'll talk about that later in this section. Going back to the project, you can have a project quota as well as limit. So quota is something which you can change it. You can ask Google to change the quota, but there are some limit which are like hard limit for a project, and which you can't change it. So what quota actually provides us? So all resources are subject to project quota. You can have multiple project for additional quota, or you can request Google to have the additional so quota is extended for you. In that particular quota, what you can do is you can have you can define how many resources you can create per project, how quickly you can make API request in a project, like rate limit, like some quota limit applicable to the region as well as the zones, right? And you can increase the quota through self-service form, and there is a form you can just fill that form. In one of the example, I will actually talk about that, how you can increase the quota, right? But you can increase the quota limit. The example here is you have 5 network per project, and this is you can extend it, and you have 32 CPUs per region, right? This is the quota which you have it. Let me go to the quota here in let me first select the project, and for that project, what are the quotas you can go to? So here is the limit, right? You have compute engine APIs queries per 100 seconds global. The current usage is 2, but you have 2000 as a limit. You can go ahead and choose what is that quota is. Unlimited quota. What is that unlimited quota you have? Quota, current quota, and its usage. You can go ahead and define those quota for you. So you can go ahead and change this to 1000, right? You can think of this, there is a message, right? If you are reducing the number of virtual machines, and if you have more than 1000 currently, then it may impact. That's the message which you get it. So you can find this changed, right? You can go back again. Let me go here, okay? Quota, and it's unlimited quota. Edit quota. So this is how you can put forward a request. As an example, I'm just giving you the sample numbers. You can request for the quota increase and you can submit the request. I'm not going to submit any request right now, but that's what the quota and the limits are. Going back to the resource hierarchy, we saw this already, but in the top you can have organization, and organization has got a department. This is currently in alpha. I'm not sure whether this is currently used or not. And then you have for each and every product or any of the folder, you can have a project mapping, and that's where you can go and link that to the projects. You can go to say project, like new project, and this is where you can link your organization, parent organization here. So you have a company, and then in company you have multiple departments, and you can cascade the way you want to have it. And then for those folders you can have the projects attached to it, right? And each and every project you can have multiple resources, and this is the scope of cloud console you can think of, right? Typically this is the organization hierarchy, or you can think of the way the billing occurs is all the resources will be used on this particular project will have billing account setup. Either you can have billing account setup here or in the hierarchy, and then you can accumulate the resources. As per as IAM goes, you can have the top to bottom hierarchy. So you have permissions to the folders that will get propagated to the projects, and project to the actual resources. So here is IAM organization role. So you have organization admin, full access over all the resources, organization viewer, view to all the projects, and this is at this level in G Suite. You have folder admin or folder viewer, likewise project creator. You can create a project, and you can have a resource roles like individual resource. You can launch the virtual machines and like that. But we'll get into this in last section in IAM. So what is G Suite account? So Google has got a collaboration services going on since so long. I'll go to the G Suite quickly. I have not used this trial. Let's go ahead and get started. Trial. I'm just fast forwarding the data which I'm trying to enter it here to create a G Suite account. I'm not going to hit the complete button here. I just wanted to give you what is that you need to get it started. And definitely you don't need to have G Suite account or practice to be done. Okay, and this is, you can go ahead and get agree to G Suite account, right? And once you are actually enable here, you can go up to here and with your own login, and I'm using the same user ID here. I can just attach that organization. I can click in here. Currently there is no organization. If I have the same account with the G Suite, I can just select that organization and link it. So that's the GCP. I'm not going to create any account right now. I'm going to create it after some days, and once I have that, I'll come back and give you the demo. Okay, so that was all about G Suite account and linking it to the project. The next one is enabling API within the project. Let's go there and see how you can enable APIs within the project. So this is okay. I need to select the project. So these are the APIs which you have it. Either you can disable or enable it, but you can go here. So by default, majority of those APIs are not enabled. I have enabled it somehow. Let me go here. So by default it is disabled. Let me disable it and then we can see how you can enable it. So this particular API is disabled now. You can just click to enable it. And it's all about this particular API. Currently being deactivated. Okay, this will take some time, but you can just click it here and enable it. So that's about enabling, disabling API. You can go to API services, dashboard, and you can choose any API. Or you can go here as an example if I want Firebase API, right? Or Google Cloud Messaging. I'm just giving you example, okay? You can just click here and enable it. That's it. So you can call that particular API. I'm just going to disable it as I'm not going to use it. So that's the API, and you have access to enabling and disabling, and that's why you are able to do it. Let me go here, go to, okay, right. The next one is track driver account, right? So if you go here, so a track driver account is required for you to monitor your resources, whether you are launching the virtual machines or database or whatever, right? And you put forward different metrics. Metrics means measurement. If your virtual machine is not responding or is not available, then you can send an alert and then you can take precautionary measures. So if you have a separate section altogether as a Stack driver, you can go any of these items and you can go to Stack driver application. This is the I think this goes to separate account altogether. You can see apps.google.com Stack driver, dismiss which workspace you want to connect to. So I'm using my new project. So you with Stack driver you can put forward so many alerts and policies, right? Uptime monitoring, uptime check. You can put forward alerts. You can monitor different resources. You can have dashboard created, right? In monitoring and logging is integrated. You can click logging. You can have multiple logs here, okay? But yeah, this is logging. You can have trace, error reporting, or debug also. You can create different dashboards. This is Stack driver account. You can use it for, so the good part with the Stack driver is you can monitor Google Cloud Platform resources as well as you can monitor AWS resources. I'll get into this in appropriate section.